as you can probably tell by the title of the episode, we're talking about the Batman. We've had many Batmans.
Bat.
But this is,
Bat.
yeah, Raw Bat, Bat and Bat, which is his true Batman name.
So what did you think of... Oh, wait. I think before we say what we thought about the movie, it's very important to tell our backstory on the character.
What do you mean? Oh,
because,
okay.
like, I am not a DC fan. I am not a Batman fan. I grew up with Justice League, like the cartoon version, and that was it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan of Batman or anything like that. So I went into the movie, like, not expecting much. You know, like, some people said, the photography is good, the blah, blah, blah is good. But I was like, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be 3 hours that I'm gonna sit and, like, have fun and lose myself in the story, but that's gonna be it. You know, it's not gonna be like, I'm gonna be, oh my god, I care so much about this, or oh my god. Like, I have no expectations. So I think that's important to say. And you have a different backstory with...
Yeah, well, first of all, let me just say, when you said backstory, I thought you were going to talk about your backstory with Robert Pattinson.
Sorry.
But no, yeah, so I do have a bit more, like, I don't know, interest in Batman, obviously. I watch a lot more comic book movies and stuff like that, and so I've seen, I don't know if have you seen all the Batman movies? There's like...
No.
There's like, I don't know, because there was 4 in the 80s and 90s, and then the 3 Christopher Nolan ones.
No. The only one I've seen, the only thing was the Justice League, like the 3 hour...
The movie.
4 hour.
Oh, the Zack Snyder cut or whatever.
That's it. That's the only other Batman that I've seen.
You never saw Batman versus Superman or whatever?
No.
No. Okay, yeah, so I've seen a lot of Batman, and so, I don't know. It's a character that's been done a lot of times. So, you kind of have to, like, it's something that to make a new take on the character is maybe a little more difficult than some other characters. Like, when the Iron Man movie came out, not very many people knew who Iron Man was. So they could make this movie and...
be whatever they wanted to be.
Yeah, nobody's, like, expecting anything. There's no one to compare it to. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Like, it would be weird to see somebody else in that role now because of that. Batman is not that type of character. It's like, there's so many other takes, and everybody has their favorite Batman. Where it's like, different actors have different parts that are good and different parts that are bad. Like Christian Bale, I think his Bruce Wayne was really good, but I don't really like his Batman that much.
You don't like his voice.
Yeah, he's kind of like just, I don't know. He's a very small dude, and he's just growling away, and like, I don't know. The movies themselves are really great and stuff. I just don't love that one little tiny aspect of it kind of thing. And then, obviously, like, Michael Keaton is, like, there's all these different Batmans. And so that was the thing where it's got all this history of, like, what will this version of the character be?
So what did you think about this version of the character? Robert Pattinson, it's okay, a tough one for you because
of all
the history there.
When I was younger, I obviously disliked Robert Pattinson because
of course,
disliking the Twilight movies.
It's the norm. You have to hate on Twilight.
Yeah.
You cannot say out loud, I'm a Twilight fan, because then people look at you and go like, are you crazy?
But obviously, since Twilight, Robert Pattinson has done a good job of showing that he's not just like, I don't know, a one-note actor. Yeah, like he's a really good, has a good range and can do a lot of different things. And so I was expecting that he could do a good job. And Matthew Reeves, like the director, made at least 2 out of 3 of the Planet of the Apes, like the new ones, not the one that has James Franco, the other 2, like the sequels, which I thought were amazingly good. Like I think that's an all-time great trilogy of films. Like there's not very many of them, especially in the modern age. Like, and that's one. And he like had a huge part in that. So I kind of was like on the side where I think it's going to be good, at least. Yeah, hopeful. And, like, before this, Ben Affleck was my favorite Batman, but now
Robert
Pattinson is my favorite Batman.
Okay, now you are on this side with me and you understand the love for Robert Pattinson.
I never disliked Robert Pattinson or anything.
No. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying, like, because Robert Pattinson was, to me, so many years ago, like, with Twilight, who he's gonna be to you and, like, all the other guys that like Batman, and, like, this is so important for them. And you know what I mean?